Square Enix a couple of days ago has dropped a brand new Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND trailer, which was only about 2 minutes, actually just a little bit less than that, though it contains so much information that so many fans have been waiting for quite some time now. For me, gameplay wise, I got the thing I wanted the most in new boss fights for the game. These bosses look like they might give you a challenge as well, though we'll just have to wait and see until the DLC comes out to decide that officially. What this means to me is that they've been listening to some of the things the fans have been wanting out of the DLC for this game. Square Enix really hit a home run with this trailer, and honestly, from a substance standpoint, this trailer might be one of the better ones Kingdom Hearts has given to us over the years. This sure is a very nostalgic feeling, going back to the good old days, getting hyped for Kingdom Hearts trailers and then having a bunch of discussions about them. Like, it's really nostalgic, and I kind of miss these times a little bit. But I've been wanting some new bosses in Kingdom Hearts 3 so badly. I don't really have any major issues with the bosses we have right now, to be honest. I actually think most of Kingdom Hearts 3's bosses are pretty good, but I definitely did enjoy some fights in previous games a little bit more when it did come to the challenge and the fights and their replay value. I don't play Kingdom Hearts purely because of gameplay or story or even Disney. It's always been a decent combination of everything. The sum of Kingdom Hearts parts is always what has made the series so special to me. Though the thing I've always loved the most about Kingdom Hearts combat is the back and forth you would have between a certain boss battle, which would often remind me of one of my favorite video game genres in the fighting game genre. Of course, none of the bosses are to that degree, but the similarities are there, and it gives me that similar sort of feeling, I guess. Kingdom Hearts 3 bosses are pretty good, but I do miss the back and forth, the interaction, and the bosses I used to get in Kingdom Hearts 2 Data.org or Lingering Will. There are some fights that are like this in Kingdom Hearts 3, and most of them are at the end of the game, like the Triple Xehanort or the Master Xehanort, but I still don't feel like they're to the same degree of interaction as like some of the Kingdom Hearts 2 or even other games bosses were. Now, a lot of my favorite bosses in the Kingdom Hearts series are from a mixture of Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, especially Kingdom Hearts 3, because I love the presentation and the story significance of those fights. But purely talking about like mechanics and the replay value, I definitely think Kingdom Hearts 2 has it in that department. Kingdom Hearts 3 did really good at making some fights feel really epic, and that's really is what did make me like some of the endgame fights in Kingdom Hearts 3. The music that played, the arenas were absolutely beautiful, some of the best the Kingdom Hearts series has given us, and just the weight of the fights, knowing that if you defeat Xehanort right here, if you fail right here, the world falls to darkness, or at least imagining that being the scenario. We all know that Sora was going to win in the end. The weight those fights carried, like, really just made those moments feel really epic for me, and that's what Kingdom Hearts 3 bosses did really well. Though data fights are still something that we've been wanting in the game for a while, and it's something that is going to help the game a ton when it comes to gameplay, replay value, and give people a chance to redo these fights without necessarily having to redo the entire ending, because that is really annoying. I know a lot of people, when they play Kingdom Hearts 3 again, they usually have that Keyblade Graveyard file saved up so they can redo those Keyblade Graveyard fights, because really, outside of Dark Inferno and the battle portals, that is probably the most fun thing to do when revisiting Kingdom Hearts 3, to re-experience the ending, or those fights specifically. Dark Inferno and Zodiac Aqua from 0.2 were both great steps back in the right direction for bosses going forward. I actually love the Dark Inferno boss, and he might be one of my favorite bosses in the Kingdom Hearts series overall, along with Zodiac Aqua as well. After playing both of them a little bit more, I love how much you're able to experiment with both of those fights, and they're just really honest bosses. They're not over the top like a Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 1, or a Lingering Will from Kingdom Hearts 2, or even Mysterious Figure from Birth by Sleep, which we have our own opinions about. But Phantom Aqua and Dark Inferno really were just simple boss fights, and I think are great introductions to like secret bosses in the Kingdom Hearts series for newcomers. Though the problem for us combat fanatics in the Kingdom Hearts community was that it was the only secret boss. The other battle portals are pretty cool and can provide a decent challenge as well, but weren't quite what we were looking for in terms of post-game content. It doesn't hurt the game having them. In fact, the game is better off with them, but it's the lack of 1v1 fights that we grew up loving that in Kingdom Hearts 3 disappointed some. I'm fine with the way the main story fights are. They were very climactic, and defeating each organization member felt like the end of a long journey, and having multiple strong party members in these fights really added to that Keyblade war-like feeling Kingdom Hearts 3 was built up upon. Though when we finished the game and realized there weren't that many 1v1 fights, even in the post-game, there was definitely a lot more to be desired, which Dark Inferno and Zodiac Aqua kind of made us feel. Going forward with Kingdom Hearts games, I strongly believe that every Kingdom Hearts game should try its best to strive and achieve what the previous Final Mix gave us. Like, there should at least be some sort of like baseline when it comes to post-game content, where with 3, like, we had a lot of post-game content, don't get me wrong. We had like the gummy ships, and we had the battle portals, and we had Dark Inferno, and of course you had a bunch of mini games, but only a couple of those things I stated were fights. Most of the post-game content in Kingdom Hearts 3 is a lot of mini games. So if you love mini games in Kingdom Hearts, which I definitely do, but it's not something that like I love as much as the boss fights, then you might be fine. But if you're someone like me who cares a lot more about like the combat, or someone who replays the game a lot more because of the combat, not because of mini games or world exploration or whatever, you care a lot about that 1v1 fight that Sora may have with a specific organization member, then you kind of felt a little left out, and that kind of sucked. I'm not a person who particularly cares about how many bosses they add into ReMIND, though I care a lot more so about the quality of bosses. A decent combination of those two things, though, is where the middle ground should be. I'm curious as to whether or not they'll add all the organization battles, borderline redoing some of the fights, or if they'll just stick to specific members. I don't truly see a reason to not attempt to do all of them. These fights seem like they will be significantly different from their Keyblade Graveyard counterparts, and plus, Nomura even said in the past that he was going to be aiming for the same amount of bosses as Kingdom Hearts 2, so that leads me to believe that maybe they will be trying to do all the organization fights. Though these bosses do look really unique, and not just in terms of how many health bars they have. I would be really interested in seeing what a Xemnas or Young Zayn or Data battle might be like in this game if they decide to make it. I am insanely excited for these fights because it's what I've been asking for so long, and it feels so rewarding to be able to finally get them. Well, not as rewarding as what it will be like to actually play the fights when ReMIND comes out, but it feels rewarding even seeing that they're thinking about this. It's also really amazing that they are adding both Oathkeeper and Oblivion to the game. It's kind of wild that we only had one Dark and Light form in the game in Rage form and Ultimate form. Now we have 2 of each with the added Oathkeeper and Oblivion. These are Keyblades that are commonly in every Kingdom Hearts game, so it was a little weird that they weren't in the base game for Kingdom Hearts 3, though considering how each Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3 is like 3 weapons in one, it's perfectly understandable why some got cut, though bringing these iconic Keyblades back is a nice way to make what I am sure is going to be some amazing story episodes in ReMIND a lot more memorable and fun. During these short clips of organization fights in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND, we see Luxu and Vanitas. Luxu starts off with a quick time event that, if done correctly, seems to give you an opening to attack him. Vanitas is doing a move that is very familiar, but not from its fight in Kingdom Hearts 3, but his secret boss in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, paying homage to that fight. I think showing off these moves in the trailer was a right call because it's showing that these fights will indeed be unique, have something different about them. And also, I gotta comment, the arena here looks absolutely beautiful, but we're going to be talking about that in another video because it kind of connects to something else I have planned, an idea to throw out there. In all honesty though guys, I'm completely stoked about all the content and additional story scenarios that they will be adding in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND. This trailer was short and sweet, though perfectly built upon the Kingdom Hearts Hearts 3 hype train. We likely have a couple more trailers to go, maybe like 1 or 2 more, and I hope that they don't show us too much story information and even the gameplay stuff. I want the Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND DLC to be as much of a blind experience as it possibly can be. Though that will about do it for today's video. Thank you guys as always for watching the channel and keeping the positivity rolling. We are quickly approaching 7,000 subscribers to the channel, another goal we have to reach before the big goal in 10,000. We've been growing crazy fast this week on the channel, and it's because of all the support and nice things you guys have been telling me and others about the channel. I really honestly appreciate the heck out of it. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate everything you guys have done for the channel. I know I said the same thing again, but really I'm just at a loss for words because we've been growing so fast. But you guys already know what to do. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you're not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.